Okay, Asia session live, looking at gold at the moment. Gold higher time frame breakout levels all bullish, peak bias all bullish. 4 hour did not close very well, closed inside. So maybe I might need to wait 2 hours for this move. But what I like about this, flipping that weekly false breakout level. So weekly is in false breakout. Daily is also in false breakout, flipping that breakout level from way back here. It's been in a range this entire time, and now it's came down, faked out the low. So this is range trading at the moment. See the H8 over here. So we've been ranging this entire time. Inside bar, that creates a range, and then we've come down, faked out the low. So I can see on the indicator here, range, and we faked out the low. So range bias is bullish. Gonna update the indicator very soon. Still testing out some things, but this is something that's new in the next update. Okay, so we closed nice on the 1 hour, closed faking out that, or closed in breakout, so that we flipped that breakout level on the daily, faked out the low over here. So this is a simple entry pattern. Breakout, faking out the low, that's a breakout reversal. Getting above that breakout level is a false breakout. So this is an entry for me already. I just need to find a way to enter. So I'm dropping down to lower time frames, and I'm going to see if I can catch something here on the 1 minute. So 1 minute, the 1 hour closed in breakout. So I'm looking for a continuation move. So what I'm looking for, whenever I'm looking for a continuation, I want to see price retrace, fake out the low at the low of this H1 bar above the H1 breakout level. So the H1 breakout level is right here. So I do want to see this come down. Ideally, it's going to fake out the M15 low. And if it does that, then I'll be interested to take this up. So I'm just going to set alerts here. Looking for a buy setup, and I'll just wait until this triggers. And then I'll take this up to at least the next breakout level. Whenever I'm trading inside of a range, I do want to keep my stops at the low of the range as much as I can. I think this is a bit too high for me. So I'll be getting in a bit tighter. And I'll try to hold it up to high of that range. Okay, so nothing I can do right now, waiting for this to set up. Let's see what else is going on here. Took a nice one on Aussie. I do want this to continue on down, but it's getting stuck at the moment here. Breakout levels right here. We're in a breakout reversal, possibly flipping that breakout level, so it's a possible false breakout. That move is not confirmed until it gets above the previous day high, so I do expect this to kind of get back under. Nothing here, nothing here. I can't really read this one really well. I am bearish on this, but it's not really blowing off the way that I want. Range on the H8. H8 range, lows right here. Let's check the H4. Yeah, so I don't really like this sort of action. I do want to see this kind of blow off. Usually these conclude with a blow off, but I don't like to time it. I wait for it and then I get in on the retracement. GJ, so I think same thing here. I need to see a little bit more. Okay, so I'm waiting on gold. Let's see what happens. Okay, price is coming down here, waiting for this M15 to close. There's a range on the M15. I want to see that range get taken out. We're also at the top of this H4 range inside bar right here, which actually is a good confluence here if we stay above it. So what I want to see is I want to see M15 close below. I want to see a fake out of the M15 low. Then I'm going to take it back up Let me just double check here. H1, so we're trading that false breakout move. I need to be above the day breakout level, ideally. I don't mind taking a aggressive entry here. Had a good month so far. I'm well into profit, so I don't mind taking some aggressive entries now. That first week of this month was just trying to rack up my profit. Banked in a lot, so have a lot to play with, and I can be more aggressive the rest of the month. Okay, let's see what happens here. So again, I want to see this close and breakout, and I want to see this fake out of the low, and I'm going to take it back up. I'll probably time it on the 1 second. And I'm using the 1 second because I'm in well into profit this month already. I think I'm over 200R, and I have plenty to play with. Okay, price coming down, faking at 115 low, or triggered at least. Hold on a second. Okay, so price has come down. This M15 move is not confirmed until it gets above this M15 breakout level. So this is when I can drop down and see if I can get something down here. So I'm looking for these simple entry patterns, reversal ones. Reversals always happen at peaks, and so I always like to trade at peaks. What I'm looking for is, so we got that breakout. I want to see a fake out of the low to take this move. Otherwise, I can take it above this M15 15-second high. But since it's first session, I'm going to be a bit more cautious. I do want to see the M1. Probably going to be trading the M1 instead of the 15 seconds. So this is an entry, technically an entry for me, but it'd be a lot. There's a lot more confidence if the M1 low gets faked out. Otherwise, I can get in above the M1. So the M1 has already flipped, and if we get above the M1 high, that's a trend reversal on the M1, and then I could take that move. So we closed above. I want to see continuation. Did not continue yet. Let's see over here. We're in a range on the M1, so I think it's better that I wait for this M1 to close and break out. Okay, so not going to do anything here. I want to see this M1 close outside of this. So there's an inside bar, and so I want to wait until this inside bar gets taken out. Okay, so that 1 minute bar closed, faking out that high of the range, and so this is why I need to wait. Going to either waiting for a breakout of this range, in which case I'll take it probably maybe up above this M5 breakout level. But if I don't get that, then I want to see it come down and fake out the low of the range. If it fakes out the low of the range, then I'll take a more aggressive entry. Otherwise, I'm going to take a breakout above this M5 breakout level. So we've already faked out the M5 low. So in terms of simple entry patterns, we've faked out, this is the M5 breakout level. Came down, we faked out the M5 low already. So we're in a breakout reversal on the M5. And if we flip that M5 breakout level, that's an entry for me. That's a false breakout on the M5. But the reason why I'm dropping down to this 1 second is I want to trade the 1 minute. And right now I don't have confidence in taking this because we're stuck in a range. I don't assume that these ranges will break. I want to see it break, and then I can. Okay, here we go. Not yet. So almost, but did not break yet. So I'm waiting another minute. Triggered at M5 breakout level, but this range still exists. So I do want to see this candle breakout. So if this closes in breakout, then I'll take it right off the close. But otherwise, I'm waiting for this range to be taken out. Next, M1 closed inside bar. So again, we're creating another range here. So I do want to see this get taken out. Okay, here we go, closing in breakout over here, checking the 5 minutes. Closed above, waiting for price to get above this M1 high. Then I'll take an entry there. Close above, and I'm looking for continuation. Closed above, still no continuation. Looking at that 1 second chart. Still getting stuck here. Do expect this to break out soon. We're above. I'm going to range on the 15 seconds there. So I want to see this close outside of this range. Okay, did not do what I wanted, so no entry. This is why I don't trade candlesticks or anything like that. I trade closing price. That's it. Okay, no entries. Still waiting. I'm gonna go up to the 5 seconds since I didn't get that 1 minute entry. Looks okay. Actually, this might come back. Hold on a second here. Okay, that M1 ended up flipping bearish. Okay, so this is why, again, I wait for those closures. Range doesn't exist anymore, so I don't mind taking an entry if I can get one here. Uh, price action here on the 1 minute is a little bit funky. On the 5 minutes here, let's see, we have a range, two opposite facing fake out bars in a row. So we have a range there. Let me just turn this, get rid of this a bit. Difficult to see. Okay, so we have a range on the 5 minutes. Can't really do anything here. I want to see this closed at the bottom. I want to see a breakout at the bottom or a breakout to the top. I'd rather get that breakout to the bottom on the 5 minutes. That would take out the range, and then I'm going to get in if it can reverse. Hard time frame is mostly bearish here on the 10 minutes. So I have to be careful about that. So these are definitely more risky trades. Safer to get in on the flip of the M15 breakout level. And next M15 in 3 minutes here. I do want to see this close and break out at the bottom. Okay, nothing I can do. Just going to wait for these ranges to get taken out. Okay, we're coming up. 15 minutes to the new H1. Not really the best time to take a trade here. Breakout inside. Okay, broke out. Took out that range. Okay, I'm going to wait for this H1 to open up instead. So my worry is because the H1 is currently inside this H1 bar. So if it closes like this, I'll be stuck inside an inside bar. If I take a trade right now, my stop's going to be right below this H1. If I have a breakout bar followed by an inside bar, that's the setup for me. And what I'm looking for in that case is something like this. See price come down, fake out that H1 low. And so if it does that, obviously I'll be taken out. So don't want to do that. I'm going to wait for this H1. And I have no problem with that because I can easily just take the breakout. If it does break out, then I'll take the retracement. But if it does come down and take out this H1 low, then I'll get an even better price. So no need to rush anything. There's always opportunities in the market. Don't need to be reckless about anything. So gonna wait 15 minutes and see what happens then. Okay, so as expected, H1 bar closed inside bar. And so what that means is my setup is going to be this one. I want to see price come down, fake out the H1 low above that H1 breakout level. And then this could be the first place that I could look for a buy. If I don't get that, then I'm looking for consolidation above this level, and then I can take the breakout above. So those are the only two places I'm going to be looking for trades. Otherwise, no trades on gold, not ready yet. When you have an inside bar like this, you extend the previous bar's highs and lows. So there's always this possibility that price can come down and fake out the low of this range. And this would be the third place that I could look for a trade. And actually, this breakout level and the range are actually quite close. So this would actually be the ideal area to be looking for. Well, not ideal, but another place I could look for buys. And I say it's not ideal because I don't want to be too far below the day breakout level. This if price comes down all the way, if price gets all the way down below this, then I'm actually bearish on gold. So I do want to stay above the day breakout level. Um, yeah, so that's that M15 breakout level is right here. So this could be another place where I could look for buys, but I think I'm just going to wait for this. Either going to be fake out of the low or getting above this level. And my trading time, there's 1 hour left in Asia session for me. I only trade when two markets open at the same time. One more hour. This is the last hour of Sydney. So if I don't catch anything in the next 30 minutes or so, then I'll be waiting until London. Okay, price is not coming down to fake out this H1 low. So I don't like that. But we are pushing up. If we get above this M15 breakout level, then I don't mind attempting a move here. There's also a range on the M5. If this closes and breakout, then this range gets taken out. So there's lots of confluence to buy at this point, but I really don't like that the H1 low has not been faked out. So I'm not going to take this move straight away. I need to see a closure above this M15 breakout level. If I see a closure above the M15, then I'm okay taking this, but I really would rather see a fake out at this level and take out the low first. We are above that H4 breakout level, faking out the M15 low. This is a counter trend breakout, getting above the high, going right to that breakout level. Need to be careful around this area though. Okay, that range on the M5 has been taken out. So a lot of it will depend on what happens here. We have the M15 breakout level here, the last bullish one, and here's the last bearish one. So two things can happen. It can either go up, continue, or it can fake out at this point and flip this M15 breakout level and go back down. So I think this is a little bit of a risky one. So I think I'm going to skip this. I'm not going to take this breakout at the top. I'm only going to take if it comes down to the low. I would kind of suspect that if it does, well, no, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I don't like to anticipate anything. I just want to trade what I see. So I'm just gonna wait for this fake out of the low. I'm not gonna take this breakout at the top. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the 2 hour instead. So that 1 hour wasn't really moving like I wanted, so I'm switching over to the 2 hour. So I'm gonna go up to the 2 minute. I trade that 2 hour bar and the 2 minute bar, 2 minute time frame. I mean, and so the same principle applies. I don't want this to close inside. If it closes inside, I want to see it come down. And so I think this time frame aligns better with my thinking at the moment. So I'm going to drop down to the 2 minute and going to wait for this hour to close. So this is the end of my Asia session at 12 p.m. But if I get a entry right at that bar, then I don't mind taking it. Let me see the 4 hour, one more hour until the 4 hour. So yeah, definitely 100% I need to wait for this. Okay, so I'm going to wait until this 4 hour bar closes. Inside bar creates a range. So actually it's lucky that I double check this one. I don't want to be trading inside ranges unless I'm at the bottom. Did come down at the bottom. Why didn't I take that one? Let me see. Probably wasn't at the, yeah, it wasn't at the time that I'm looking to trade. I came in at 9ish. Actually, I need to double check the times. I think the H4 bar times have changed. So let me double check that for next session. 8 o'clock. Actually, 8 o'clock is a new H4 time. Yeah, so okay. So I need to take note of that. So my trading time has now been pushed up. So it used to be 9. So now I'm back at 8 o'clock. Okay, so if I had been here at 8 o'clock, I 100% would have tried to attempt to move here. But I wasn't. So okay, this always happens whenever the times change, daylight savings or whatever changes. It always takes me a couple days or a week to get used to the new timings. I remembered it for New York session last night, but I completely forgot about Asia today. So okay, so I'll remember that for tomorrow. And now I have nothing to do, but I need to wait for this H4 bar to close. Okay, I'm 15 right now. London closing outside of the range here. I might take an entry here. It's 45 minutes before the H4, but if this just continues up, I might go for this. I want to see closure above, and continuation. Got in on this move. Oops. Got to be careful about this H4. So I'm having a bit of a wider stop than I would normally take on a move like this. So I'm taking it down. Let me see, below the structure here. You just have to be careful about this H4 bar 45 minutes away. Still getting used to the new timing here. So taking this off the M15 and want to take it up to the H8 range high, but we'll see how it behaves at the previous day high. Okay, so that's the trade that I'm taking on gold. Wish I could have gotten in a bit earlier, but I think this is probably the earliest I could have taken it. Yep. Okay, that's the move. And let's see. Okay, so I took it because flipped this weekly. It's a false breakout on the weekly. We're in a range. Price came down, popped down at the H8 range low, did some business down here, flipped the H8 breakout level, and now we're getting above the H8 high. So it's a trend reversal on the H8. So what happened on the H8? Price came down, broke out below, faked out the low down here. That's a breakout reversal. And then we flipped that H8 breakout level. That's a false breakout. This is why I was interested in Asia. Did not get any entries here. But now, if you get above the high, that's a trend reversal. So previous trend was bearish. New trend is bullish. And taking this move, and let's see where it goes. Okay, not liking this move on gold. One break even. And let's see what happens here. Okay, price came down, faked out the H4 low. Now it's giving me an entry pattern over here. On the H4, we flipped that H4 breakout level, got down, faked out the low, and now we're getting above it. So that's an H4 re-breakout. Simple entry pattern. Okay, got in on that move. Second position in. I think there's news at in 1 hour, so I have to be careful about that. But again, when I take my entries, I size into these. Okay, so this is a simple entry pattern. Pullback one, price broke out above the H4 high. Then it flipped that H4 breakout level, flipped it, faked out the H4 low, and then got back above that H4 breakout level. Let's say re-breakout. So took that entry. Safer entry would be above here, but actually we're so close to that previous day high, so I'm probably going to wait. And there's news as well, so I think that's it. I'm just going to take that one entry and hold it to at least the previous week high. I might let's see how price behaves around there. I might look for a larger move. But I think that's all I'm going to take for now, and then I'll be back at news. Okay, 15 minutes to news. I'm going to bail on this. If it closes below this M1, if the M1 starts to turn bearish, I'm going to get out of this position. Still think it's bullish, but I don't play around with news. I'm a bit too close. I don't like this position. I do think it's going to continue up, but um, happy with the trade and just going to bail on it if this starts to reverse. Okay, so far it's okay. I'll just be watching this. Okay, bailed out on this one. This is a reversal, and I did kind of zoom back a bit, and I saw that there's a fake out level over the back, way back here. I don't usually look at things like that, but I was looking for a reason to exit. So if I'm looking for a reason, then this is something that I'll use as an excuse to get out of this position. But breakout reversal on the M15, that was enough for me to exit. So I do think this is going to continue up, but I don't want to be caught stuck in news or hoping that news is going to push this up. Just taking my profits and getting off the charts. Okay, so what was that? It's about a 2.3 plus 2.5 plus 1.5, about a 4R position. Good enough for this initial push, and I'll come back at the start of news. Actually, I'll make a different video for that. Ending it now. Took a gold one, flip of the breakout level, took it above the H8. This was a trend reversal move on the H8. First target was previous day high, but I was looking for a move up to that H8 range high, and then previous week high, and then the final target was previous month high. But news stopped me from holding on to this. So that's it. 4R on gold.